For a man over 60, time is the ultimate currency. You have spent decades paying your dues. You've sacrificed, you've built, you've bled, and you've earned your peace. But there is a harsh truth about modern relationships that many older men learn too late. Words are never just words. When you enter a relationship in your senior years, you might assume that a woman's occasional harsh remark is just a slip of the tongue, or a momentary lapse of judgment born out of anger. You might be tempted to forgive it, to keep the peace. But psychology tells us something much darker. Certain phrases are not accidents. They are calculated microaggressions. They are verbal tells that reveal a profound lack of respect, a desire for control, and a toxic underlying intention. Today, we are going to dissect 5 specific phrases. If a woman says any of these 5 things to you, especially at this stage of your life, it is not a red flag. It is a blaring siren. It is the definitive, undeniable signal that the relationship has become a parasite, draining more from you than it provides. You have paid the price for your life. Your remaining time is too valuable to spend with anyone who strips you of your dignity. Here are the 5 things a woman says that mean it's time to pack your bags, walk to the door, and never look back. Phrase number 1, you are too sensitive. On the surface, this phrase might seem like a harmless criticism, but underneath, it is one of the most toxic, manipulative psychological tactics a human being can use. In psychology, this is known as gaslighting and emotional invalidation. When a senior man finally decides to express his feelings, to set a boundary, or to communicate that his needs are not being met, he expects to be heard. But when a woman responds with, "You are too sensitive," she is completely rejecting your humanity. She is explicitly telling you 2 things. First, she is saying that she absolutely refuses to take accountability for her bad behavior. And second, she is saying that your internal reality does not matter. She is treating your genuine emotions as an annoyance. Society spends decades telling men to suppress their feelings. When an older man finally finds the courage to speak his truth, having it swatted away like a nuisance is the ultimate disrespect. A high-value woman will listen to your concerns and adjust her behavior. A toxic woman will attack your sanity to protect her ego. If she tells you that you are too sensitive, do not argue. Do not try to explain yourself. Simply realize that you are speaking to a brick wall. Walk away and take your humanity with you. Phrase number 2, you should be grateful I am still here. Of all the phrases a woman can use, this is perhaps the most arrogant. It completely destroys the fundamental concept of a romantic partnership and replaces it with a master and servant hierarchy. When a woman tells you that you should be grateful she is with you, she is executing a classic narcissistic devaluation tactic. She is trying to manufacture artificial scarcity. She wants you to believe that your market value is 0, that you are old and undesirable, and that she is doing you a massive charity by tolerating your presence. This is a calculated psychological strike designed to keep you in a permanent state of anxiety and inferiority. She wants you to be so terrified of losing her that you will accept any abuse, pay any bill, and tolerate any disrespect just to keep her around. But let's look at the reality. You are a senior man. You have survived a lifetime of trials. You have built your own life. You do not need a woman to validate your existence. If she believes she is a prize that you are lucky to tolerate, grant her the ultimate wish. Open the door, show her out, and let her go be a prize for someone else. You will find that the only thing you are truly grateful for is her absence. Phrase number 3, my ex never had this problem. This is not a statement of fact. It is a weapon. In the realm of psychology, this is known as triangulation. It is the act of bringing a third party, even a ghost from the past, into the dynamic to create competition, jealousy, and insecurity. When a woman compares you to her ex, she is aiming directly for your masculine ego. She is trying to assassinate your confidence. Whether she is comparing your financial status, your emotional intelligence, or your physical capabilities, the goal is exactly the same: to make you feel fundamentally inadequate. But think about the staggering lack of logic in her statement. If her ex was so perfect, why is he an ex? Why is she standing in your house, drinking your coffee, and eating your food? A woman who respects you will address issues between the two of you directly, as a team. A woman who brings the ghost of another man into your home is trying to put you on a treadmill of proving your worth. At 60 years old, you have absolutely nothing left to prove to anyone. You are not competing with a ghost. If she prefers the memory of her ex, she is completely free to return to him. Phrase number 4. You need to man up. Of all the things a woman can say to a senior man, this is the most profoundly ignorant and deeply insulting. For over 60 years, you have acted like a man. You have carried the impossible weight of the world on your shoulders. You have sacrificed your own dreams to provide for others. You have faced physical pain, economic crashes, and heartbreak, all while maintaining the stoic silence that society demands of masculinity. And now, in a rare moment of exhaustion or vulnerability, the woman who claims to love you uses the phrase, "man up," to silence you. When a woman says this, she is weaponizing traditional gender roles, but only when it benefits her. She wants the emotional stoicism of a traditional man, so she doesn't have to deal with your feelings. But she offers none of the respect or submissiveness of a traditional woman. She is showing you that she is incapable of being a safe harbor for your soul. She will gladly consume your strength, but she will despise your weakness. A man in his 60s deserves a partner who honors his lifelong sacrifices, not a harsh critic who demands more blood from a stone. If she tells you to man up, it is time for you to pack up. Phrase number 5. Where do you think you are going? Notice the phrasing. This is not a partner playfully asking, "Hey honey, what are your plans for the day?" This is the harsh, demanding tone of a mother scolding a disobedient teenager. This is the tone of a prison warden. When a woman uses this phrase, it reveals a deeply rooted desire to control and dominate you. She believes she has authority over your time, your movements, and your autonomy. But you must remember exactly who you are. You are a senior man. You have retired, or you have built a life where your time finally belongs to you. You spent your entire life asking for permission. Permission from your teachers, permission from your bosses, permission from society. Your senior years are the one time in your life when you are a completely sovereign king of your own reality. You do not owe anyone an itinerary. You do not need a hall pass to go see your friends, to go for a drive, or to simply walk out of the house to enjoy the silence. If a woman attempts to police your movements and treats your hard-won freedom as a threat to her control, she is a warden, not a wife. A relationship at this age should feel like a sanctuary, not a maximum security prison. Walk out the door and do not return to the cell. As a man over 60, you must realize that you are in the fourth quarter of the game. You do not have the time, the energy, or the obligation to rehabilitate a toxic woman. If you hear these 5 phrases, do not attempt couples therapy. Do not argue. Do not try to defend yourself. These phrases are the psychological equivalent of a terminal diagnosis for a relationship. Walking away is not a sign of failure. It is the ultimate display of self-respect. It is the realization that being alone in a quiet house, reading a book, and drinking a cup of coffee in absolute peace is infinitely better than sharing a mansion with a woman who drains your soul. If you have ever had a woman use these phrases against you, let your voice be heard in the comments below. Share your story and warn your brothers. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with a man who needs to hear this truth. Welcome to the elite circle of those who understand. Until next time, guard your sanctuary.